everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and welcome to
Yooper Adventure Trail.
That's right.
It's gonna be legend, wait for it, daring.
Just getting on the trail right now. This trail does start at Anders Lake State Forest Campground. That's where we stayed last night. Beautiful campground, 20 bucks for the night, so not too bad. Right on Anders Lake. Really good fishing in there. We tried to do fishing, but my fishing pole was broken, so better luck next time. But anyway, we're just getting into the trail system right now, so stay tuned for this awesome adventure.
There was lots of baby tadpoles and I picked them all off in my hand.
That's true.
They were really slimy, but you see my pretties?
So we're only a couple minutes into this trip, and it's already pretty sandy and pretty bumpy, as my daughter would call it. So I got these coyote defibrillators with me. They're set to about 18 PSI. We're just gonna go ahead and narrow down. So this past year I joined this Facebook group called the Mitten State Tours. Derek is the guy that runs it, and him and some of the other owners of the group plotted out this route. It basically runs along the northern portion of the Upper Peninsula. It starts at that Anders Lake State Forest Campground, kind of near Whitefish Point, and then it goes all the way to the mouth of the Huron. So it's 250 miles, so we're going to try to knock it out in the next couple of days here. I would imagine most of it's just like this, regular dirt roads, nothing too extreme. But if you guys never been to the UP, it is a beautiful area, so I definitely recommend, coming up here and checking it out. So we did get here yesterday around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and after getting camp established, we did go to Tukwamana Falls. If you guys are going to run this trail system, I highly recommend checking out Tukwamana, just because it's only 20 minutes down the road from the start of where this trail is, and I think they're probably the biggest waterfalls in Michigan. Quinn loved it.
I saw pennies in the waterfall. I'm like, Dad, can I throw a penny in? He's like, no, I don't have any pennies.
It's fresh out of pennies. So not even 15 minutes into this trail, we found this really cool old wooden bridge over this little creek here.
The water looks pretty deep. There's like a beaver dam, Dad.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's like sticks down there.
That's cool.
Looks like a beaver dam.
So if you guys are interested in doing the Yooper Adventure Trail, the best way to do it, get Onyx Off-Road, go to the Mitten State Tours Facebook group, find the GPX file, download it to your phone or device, and then go into Onyx, hit your My Content button, and then select Import, and then select the MST Yooper Trail, and that'll pull it right into your Onyx. And that way when you pull your maps up, you'll have the entire map system, and it'll be available for you even when you don't have cell phone service. And I would not attempt to be doing this if I didn't have it downloaded onto Onyx. This is what's fun about having my daughter for trips like this. The conversation we're having right now is about pooping in the woods. She's like, Dad, have you ever had a poop in the woods? I'm like, yep. She's he's like, well, how do you do it? And I'm like, you find a log to sit on and you
dig a hole.
dig a hole.
And then you put your foot on top of the edge and then you
And you let her fly. So we're working our way north on this trail. It's called Maple Block Road. We just hit our first water hole. Not anything too hard at all. So far we've done this entire trail in two-wheel drive. And I would imagine we're probably going to be able to do the entire thing in two-wheel drive just because the trails up here are not anything too difficult. Sure is pretty though. All right, just making our way through the trail here. We are just outside of Browns Lake. Oh, it looks like we came to split in the road here. Looks like we stay left. If you go right, it looks like it takes you right to Browns Lake, but this trail stays to the left. One thing I did want to mention, if you guys come out and do this trail, especially this time of the year, it is Father's Day weekend 2024, bring bug spray. Right, Quinn?
Yeah, we've been smacking so many mosquitoes in the truck.
We have bug spray on, but obviously when you open the doors, they all come in and we're just playing the smack mosquito game. So this area that we're going through just outside of Browns Lake, definitely the most technical area that we've been through so far. It's nothing difficult or extremely hard. I mean, we did the whole thing in two-wheel drive, but just some off-camber areas and some mud holes intermittently. We come to the turn in the trail here. The regular trail stays to the left. If you go right here, it goes out to Crisp Point, which is right on Lake Superior. So we'll figure we'll just go out there, take a quick look at it, and then come on back. So we just passed a sign for a lighthouse, so there must be a Crisp Point lighthouse out here. So that'll be cool to check out.
Oh, bird, cold.
It's because we're right next to Lake Superior.
Thing's not really that big.
Cool. So you can go in it.
Freezing.
Wow. Very cool. Ready to go up? Up we go.
I'm afraid of heights too.
So here we are at the Crisp Point Lighthouse. It's open, so obviously we've got to head to the top. Check it out. Oh, so cool. You gotta check it out, honey. It's really awesome. Look at that. You did all that with a peanut butter and jelly in hand. Not a bad view.
I'm scared from the fall.
Something in the water right there. It looks like it's old foundation or something. I can see why those guys put this as a stop on this trail, just because it's only 5 minutes deviation from the trail. And it's a really cool spot, especially if it's open. You guys definitely want to come out and check this out. So just leaving Crisp Point Lighthouse, really cool to see. Awesome that it was open, went all the way to the top. Great views. So now we're just gonna head back out to the main trail and finish this thing off. back on more of a 2-track. It's wide open all around us. So this part of the trail, as Quinny was saying, it's like going through a bunch of tight Christmas trees. It's not hard. It's like I said, it's just a regular dirt road almost. But it is a little tight area. You're definitely not passing anyone in this section. We're just at the part of the trail that's kind of right on the northern end. You're right next to Lake Superior. I think we're up on a dune right now. I know the lake is just to the right of us. It's kind of hard to see with all these trees in the way, but I do know it's just to the right here. That's been recently forested, probably in like the last 10-15 years or so, and now we're getting back into the woods. We're actually coming to a part in the trail system where we hit pavement. This is the first pavement I've seen since I've gotten on this trail. Well, the pavement didn't last very long. We're back on dirt. So we just left Grand Marais. Probably still saying that wrong. There's an overlook over here. It's called the Slide Overlook. It does deviate from the trail a little bit. Do you want to stop and look at it, honey?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're just going to check it out. We're here, might as well. We're at the Slide Overlook, but we're not there yet. It's a small hike through the woods here.
There's lots of mosquitoes. I got bit 2 times already.
You want to run there? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Daddy! Oh, it's holding us. Daddy!
Why are you so slow? Why are you so slow?
I don't know.
That's a lot of running.
What is that?
That's a big wagon wheel.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Look how big this thing is.
How old is that?
Pretty old. Let's take a look. Okay, so I see. So this thing is what they use to transport the logs on. See the logs here? So they use this wheel with horses.
How
to pull
does the log stay?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe from nothing right there.
Oh yeah, well that's probably maybe what they use for the horses.
There. Ooh, we gotta go down now.
Oh, I see. So it's that long thing there. I think they would, there's people actually trying to climb up that thing. Way down there. Alright, so we're just leaving the Slide Overlook. It was pretty cool. They still had the original wagon wheels and harnesses that they use for the horses to pull like the logs around. That's still there, very well intact, really cool to see. And that log slide was extremely steep. Quinn wanted to go down it, and I'm like, there's no way we're getting back up that thing. So we just stayed at the top. Definitely worth stopping and checking out though. Alright, so we just left that log slide area and we are on Roadie Truck Trail, and I mean there's just a regular dirt road. So basically this trail system is a mix of dirt roads, actual trails, and then some paved roads. There's not a whole lot of pavement on it so far, which is, you know, awesome because, you know, obviously I'd prefer to be on dirt. Right now, like I said, this is just a regular dirt road here. Our goal is to get to Munising tonight and then find a camp area and then we're going to finish off the rest of the trail hopefully tomorrow. Right on the Twin Lake Truck Trail, and then this is going to take us down and around, and then hopefully into Munising soon. We got about 41 miles of range, and Munising is probably 20 to 30 miles away, give or take. But we're not 100% sure on that because our GPS obviously keeps rerouting. There's just no service out here. So fingers crossed we make it to a fuel station before we run out of fuel. We found this part of the trail. It's like a football field of water.
And it's chocolate milk.
We made it, Quinny. We got 29 miles of range left. We finally made it to a gas station that has diesel. We were cutting it close there. We did not have to use our reserve 2 gallons. Honestly, that fuel's been on the back of my truck. Oh, my fuel light just turned on. We're gonna stop at this gas station here, and no, there's no pumps. Uh-oh. Well, that could suck. Munising is a pretty good sized town though, so there should be another fuel station here somewhere. All right, diesel, good deal. Oh, it's the old school pumps, but that's okay, as long as it's diesel. So we found this Fort Superior campground. It's tent only, no RVs, which is right up our alley. So this campground is just outside of Munising, the downtown area. We basically plugged in campground on our GPS, and there's another one that was right before it was mostly RVs. This is more our style, so this will do. All right, guys, so this is day 2 of the Yooper Adventure Trail, or the YAT for short. I'm just getting breakfast going right now. Quinn is still up in the rooftop tent sleeping. Once we get up and around here, we're going to be hitting the trails. So part 1 we did from the very beginning of it, which is kind of near Paradise, Michigan, and we wound our way all the way to Munising, which is kind of where we're at right now. And then next we're going to be going from the Munising area to the mouth of the Huron. So we're about halfway through at the moment. All right, so we just left that Fort Superior campground, taking a small detour through the town of Christmas, Michigan. Santa Claus right there on the left. All right, after a short detour through the town of Christmas, we are officially back on the YAT.
Are those cranes?
Here, geese. A trail here on Onyx. This is technically a green trail that someone put on here, and it's called Ridge Road Loop. It kind of goes hand in hand with the Yooper Adventure Trail.
We're in a tunnel, Dad.
Yep. It does look like we're in like a tunnel of trees right now. Just these big canopy style trees that go over the trail. Looks really cool. So after driving for the first half hour on just regular dirt roads, we're finally making it into an area that resembles more of an actual trail. It's a little bit tighter through here, not anything difficult at all. Like I said, we've been in two-wheel drive this entire time, but it's definitely a lot of fun, and it's very scenic, and you know, I'm just enjoying spending time with my daughter here. Alright, so we're getting ready to turn left on Rock River Canyon Trailhead, and at the very end of this, it's a little bit of a hike it looks like, but there's a Rock River Falls at the end of it. It deviates from the main trail just a little bit, but we're definitely going to get it out and check it on out.
There's a mosquito, Dad.
Oh no, where?
Right there, yeah, above you. Above you, Dad, look.
Yeah, not anymore.
You missed it.
Die. So anyway, we've gone as far as we can in the truck. We're gonna have to get out and walk the rest of the way to this waterfall. So it's time to bug spray up. Hopefully it's not too far of a hike, and hopefully these bugs don't eat us alive. We bug sprayed up, but sometimes that only works so far.
River Canyon, I don't know.
Rock River Canyon Wilderness, Hiawatha National Forest. Mud boots through here. Oh yeah, it's getting pretty muddy. Stay in the dry stuff as much as you can. Bugs are getting bad.
Now what do we do?
Here, jump. Let's go fast. Fast. It is slippery. As you guys can see, this trail definitely gets buggy and very deteriorated the closer you get to the falls. But we're almost there, so we're just going to keep pushing on. Oh, this is pretty freaking cool. Wow, that is okay, so Rock River Falls. It's about a mile hike out in the woods. It's really muddy, really buggy. But you do, yeah, it's worth it. You're rewarded with this.
Hey, can I go on the rock? Can I throw a rock in?
Yeah, go for it. We just left Rock River Falls. It was a really awesome waterfall, probably one of the coolest I've seen, but it is like a mile hike out into the woods. It is a very muddy hike, so your shoes are gonna get trashed.
My shoes are trashed.
And there's so many bugs. So 50-50 if it's...
Look at my shoes.
Yeah.
Look at my shoes. They're destroyed.
50-50 if it's worth it or not. I mean, if you have mud boots and a lot of bug spray and the time to do it, then I would say definitely check it out. If not, also be in shape because it is like a mile back there and it's not the easiest trail to navigate. But I think overall it was worth it.
Let me take a breath. Let me be a part of something.
you saying yum or meow?
Yeah, you gotta guess. Okay, ready?
What do I look like, a cat?
No, Dad!
Do you see me jumping all nimbly bimbly from tree to tree?
Come on, that's what I'm saying.
Well, do you see me eating mice?
No! Daddy!
So we found a split in the trail that, you know, it doesn't show up on the map as a split, so left or right. Quinn said left, and it's getting awfully tight.
Well, it looks like we're going the right way.
Yeah, on the map it still says it's right, but I don't know if that other way would have taken us a similar route or not. Who knows? We'll just keep going until we can't go any further. That is probably why this trail is tight, because it hasn't been traveled in a while because of this huge down tree.
Guess we can't go this way.
Alright. That's a big tree. Guess we will try to find a place to back up and then take that other trail, because obviously that tree looks like it's been there for quite some time. Alright, so we got turned around and now we're just heading back down that really tight trail, and then we'll take the other way and hopefully that'll be the right direction.
If not, then I don't know what to do.
This did look like the less traveled of the two, but it definitely looked more fun, so that's why we opted for it. And honestly, this trail could meet up with that other trail, and maybe that's just the new bypass for it because no one wanted to cut that log down. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We're just going to get back on the other one. So we got off that trail that had the down tree. We took the other one, which puts you out on this, it's like a gravel road almost, and it looks like it meets back up with it further down. So I'm wondering if this is just kind of a workaround or bypass for that trail that has the down tree. So we found this area along the trail that looks just like a huge, massive sand pit area. Oh, this is not an official part of the trail, but you drive right by it, and it looks like a lot of fun, so we're gonna whip around in here for a little bit. What do you say?
This is awesome.
It's almost like being at Silver Lake, but just with no people.
This is crazy! Woo! Whoa!
That's a bit low. Let's not do that.
Mosquitoes in here. They go up the hill.
Throw them on your window, let them out.
Whee! Whoa! Are you gonna get stuck? That was fun.
Alright, so just leaving that sandy area, it was really cool. It was kind of like a miniature Silver Lake. Obviously without the dune part of it, with the, you know, big climbs or whatever. But, you know, no one was out there. It was just us whipping around. We were only out there for like maybe 10 minutes, but it was fun. It was cool.
I gotta get out and run around.
And that's the first time I've actually engaged four-wheel drive on this entire trip, because obviously the sand is, you just sink down into it in two-wheel drive. So this trail system will take you into downtown Marquette. So Marquette's probably going to be the biggest city that you guys are going to encounter on this trail system. So if you need to stop in for fuel, you know, supplies, anything like that, this is definitely going to be one of the places that
McDonald's.
you're going to... we stopped and got McDonald's. But yeah, it's definitely one of the places you can stop and fill up and get stuff. So there are portions of this trail that literally run right along a road. I guess you technically could just take the road if you wanted to make a quick trip of it, but we're trying to stay true to the trail, so we're actually on the trail itself. But like I said, if you're trying to get this trail done a little bit faster, just hop on the highway right next to it. There it goes. Alright guys, we're almost to Mount Arvon, and the trail gets really tight in this area. So it's one of those trails that if you enjoy the paint on your vehicle, you probably don't want to come down this way. I could care less. I got enough pinstriping on this truck. So the Yooper Adventure Trail does take you the back way into Mount Arvon Road, which is the highest point in Michigan. So now we're heading up the mountain up to the highest point, which is just under 2,000 feet. This is it. There's nobody here. Got the whole place to ourselves. Welcome to Mount Arvon, Michigan's highest natural point, elevation 1,979 feet. To the right is the view, and then to the left is the plaque of the highest point.
I'll go that way first.
Okay.
That Mount Everest was the tallest.
Yes, but this is the tallest point in Michigan.
Ah.
So this is called Mount Arvon. See the lake out there. Let's check out the highest point. Oh, look at that.
Oh my gosh. How is that thing still there?
So we were here 2 years ago for Father's Day, and we placed that sticker there at that time. Still here 2 years later. Yep, it's the logbook, so you can sign it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So this here is the actual highest point. 1975 is the elevation, the official elevation, Mount Arvon, and it looks like this placard was put in 1982. So the year before I was born.
I tried my best of writing.
Alright guys, just got done with Mount Arvon. We're heading back down the hill, mountain, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to be finishing off this trail. Basically it's going to route us to right on Lake Superior is right where it ends, so that's where we're heading. What do you guys think? Is that a moose track? It looks huge. It's as big as my hand.
So
Alright.
you can cut it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut this one. This one's way too low. Get the chainsaw out. So this trail, I feel like no one's been down in a while because it's really tight. There's a down tree over here. It's not huge. I mean, it's big enough that I can't break it off by hand. So if you guys are wheeling in Michigan, chainsaw. I just have the cheap one from Harbor Freight, but it does the job. So one thing I've noticed in this area when you're heading north from Mount Arvon, there's a lot of different trails in this area, and sometimes when it says to stay on the red trail, it takes you to a trail that has not been down, no one's been down in probably years. It's just completely overgrown. So what you have to do is basically find an adjoining trail or a trail that kind of runs next to it, and then hop on that and then hop back on the red trail. We've had to do that 2 or 3 times now. but we're still staying on the route. So we are at the Lower Leatherby Falls. It looks like it's just not too far off the road here, so we're gonna get out and take a look at it.
Actually, probably the waterfall. What if that's just a waterfall?
I don't think that's the waterfall.
That's a waterfall?
You're gonna fall if you don't pay attention. This actually might be it. All right, this one's nice because it's just off the road. You don't have to walk a mile to get to it. However, it's not as awesome as that last one we looked at. All right, so we just stopped at this Lower Leatherby Falls, which is kind of like right in front of us here, which I honestly, if looking at the map, it looks like it's further down. And there's a trail that goes down there. So I'm wondering if there's like a bigger waterfall further down, but we're on a little bit of a time crunch, so we're just gonna hit the road. It's just standing there.
Doesn't mean you gotta run it over.
I'm not going to. I can't believe it hasn't moved. There it goes.
But thank you. The white-tailed deer.
All right, guys, we are on the home stretch. We are almost there. We're just maybe a quarter mile away from Lake Superior, which is the very end of this trail system. After 2 full days of driving, we finally made it to the very end of the Yooper Adventure Trail, or the YAT. It was an awesome trail system. I had a ton of fun. Brings you right to Lake Superior. The trail, I would say it's 75% dirt roads, trails, some pavement intermittently, especially when you get into like Marquette area. It was an awesome trail system. Nothing too hard. Like I said, we did the whole thing in 2-wheel drive, except for that one sandy area that we went through. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a blast these last couple of days, and we will catch you guys in the next video.
Are you ready to see my skipping rope?